Thank you so much for being with us today for this, your daily 180 Bible study. We're looking at James chapter 1, verses 13, 14, and 15. Verse number 14 says, "Each one is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires and enticed." And I want us to think about that idea of being enticed. It is the idea that Satan finds what will lure you away. I saw on TV the other night a special lure that they've come out with, and they're guaranteeing that fish just won't be able to resist this lure. Well, you know what? They may be right. But Satan is interested in that kind of lure for you. You say, there's nothing he can tempt me with. I'm not interested in smoking, drinking, cussing, and on and on and on. But there's something, and he knows how to push your buttons. And he's interested in enticing you, finding that lure that will pull you away. Now, I want us to think a little bit about the timing of temptations, because, get this, Satan is not a gentleman. In Matthew chapter 4, and we're going to look more at Matthew chapter 4 later on in the week, in Matthew chapter 4, Jesus undergoes some great temptations. But what happens in Matthew chapter 3? In Matthew chapter 3, we find Jesus being baptized, and it is a spectacular moment. The Spirit of God descends as a dove. The heavens open. The voice of the Father says, "This is my Son in whom I am well pleased." This is a great moment. You have to say this has to be a high moment in the life of Jesus. And immediately, then he goes into the wilderness and is tempted. Now, what's my point? Well, there's a lesson here for us. It's been said that a general is to never be more feared than the day after a great defeat. Why is that? Well, he knows his weakness. He knows the mistakes that he's made. If that's true, then it is also true that we are never more vulnerable than the day after a great victory. Do you see, after this extremely high moment, Satan knows it's time to move in and to tempt Jesus. And I want to go back to a point that I made, and that is Satan is not a gentleman. Satan will pick those moments that we would never dream that he would be around. But he's there, lurking, ready to entice us. Join us again tomorrow for your Daily 180.